Good morning. I'm Marit Stiles, leader of the official opposition NDP. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm joined by MPP Jessica Bell, MPP Butila Carpache, who's right here, and MPP Terence Kernaghan. Ontario is facing a very real and urgent housing and affordability crisis. We all know that. We need to think big. We need a government that can see people and really understand their lived experience. With Mr. Ford under RCMP investigation for his failed housing schemes, it's clear that he's completely missed the mark. It's going to take real leadership to get us out of this mess. Over the past year, this government has simply flip-flopped from one failed housing plan to another, plans that were never about housing to begin with. Municipalities are paying for their government's failure, and Ontarians definitely are paying big time. The people of this province are facing tough times. The price of everything just keeps rising. In some parts of the province, one-bedroom rents have reached $2,500. That's absolutely unrealistic when wages have barely moved up at all. In the official opposition, we think it's time for a different, bold shift in approach to solve the housing crisis. Despite what the government says, housing starts in Ontario are trending down. Their reliance on private developers alone is just not going to fix the crisis. It's just not working. We know we can't have a target for how many homes need to be built in Ontario. We know people need to be able to actually afford those homes. That means that all levels of government, including the provincial government, need to get back in the business of building and funding affordable and mixed income housing. We're seeing this work in Toronto with Mayor Chow, in British Columbia with Premier Eby, and we can do this all across this province too. Last week, NDP MPP for London North Centre, Terence Kernaghan, tabled a motion to make sure everyone in Ontario has a place to call home. It's the next piece of the comprehensive plan that we are putting together with housing researchers, trades, labor, municipalities, nonprofits, and other stakeholders. Today's motion is also part of that plan. Your official opposition's commitment to finance and build at least 250,000 new, affordable, and non-market homes over 10 years with public, nonprofit, co-op housing providers. We'll work hand in hand with municipalities to implement long-term housing visions and with tradespeople and home builders who want to build affordable homes for our communities. It's going to take a lot of work and a lot of partnership, but I know that together we can do big things. We have a housing plan that allows everyone in Ontario to have a place to call home, and I'm really excited to get started.
Thank you very much, Marit, and thank you everyone for being here today. Hello, I'm Terence Kernaghan. I'm the MPP for London North Centre and the Ontario NDP critic for economic development, job creation, and trade. I want to thank as well our housing critic, Jessica Bell, for being here today and for her fundamental work on this incredibly important file. A phrase I hear with astonishing regularity is that we need a war effort to bring our housing crisis to an end. But estimates from the Canadian Housing Statistics Program recently revealed that housing supply slowed last year under the Ford government, and growth rates are far below what we urgently need, especially in the domain of affordable housing. We are going in the wrong direction under the Ford government. Both private developers and nonprofit providers have noted that without access to free land, creating new rental housing is increasingly difficult due to, high development costs, but creating that truly affordable housing is nearly impossible. Because of this, the private sector has not built enough affordable housing, supportive housing, or purpose-built rental housing that Ontario truly needs. What this means for families and people across the province is that housing has never been more expensive to rent or to buy. We see a government that's been mired with scandal, infighting, and an RCMP investigation. We'd like the government to change their focus from turning millionaires into billionaires and actually work for the people of this province. Whether it's a young couple looking to grow their family but don't have the room, or maybe it's an adult stuck in their parents' basement without any hope of a future. I think about young professionals who are looking to pursue employment, or students who want to better themselves with a post-secondary education, but the place they want to go to pursue that education might not be affordable for them. There are also seniors who want to downsize, empty nesters, but who are stuck because of this province's inaction. Today, we're going to be calling on the province to establish a new public agency, Homes Ontario, to finance and build at least 250,000 new, affordable, and non-market rental homes at cost on public land. Homes Ontario would ensure an adequate supply of rental homes to meet the needs of low to moderate income households at all stages of life. This investment is cost effective. It will ensure Ontario builds the kind of homes we need at an affordable price, and it will create good jobs and economic prosperity all across Ontario. Government was once an integral part of building the vital housing we need, and it can be again. What Ford is doing right now isn't working, and it's time to make a big shift. I'm very proud that the Ontario NDP team is starting the discussion about how we can get the provincial government back into the business of building housing. I look forward to the debate today, and I hope that the government will see the value in this and support us in resuming the province's historic responsibility for the construction, delivery, and provision of truly affordable housing in Ontario. With that, I'd like to turn things over to the Ontario NDP housing critic, Jessica Bell.
Thank you. It's really good to be here with MPP Kapochi, our leader, and MPP Kernaghan. I'm Jessica Bell. I'm the MPP for University Rosedale. I'm really excited to be supporting our motion today to get government back into the business of building homes that are affordable for Ontarians. We have a housing crisis. We have more people than ever sleeping on our streets. We have people who are moving to different provinces because they cannot afford the rent. And we have generations of people who have given up on the dream of buying a home. The Conservatives have had 5 years to fix the housing affordability crisis and the housing supply crisis, and they have failed. What we have seen over the last 5 years is a government that has given gifts to developers and has doubled down on suburban sprawl that is incredibly expensive. And instead of building homes that are affordable for people, we have a government that's being investigated by the RCMP. It's a criminal investigation. We need real solutions to our housing affordability crisis. We are calling today for the Ontario government to get back into the job of building affordable homes and non-market homes at cost on public land. We have a long track record in Canada of using the public sector to solve housing supply and housing affordability shortages, and we need to return to having government get back into that business again. Creating an agency, Homes Ontario, is one part of a multi-pronged planks we have to address the housing affordability crisis. We need to build new affordable homes. We need to make sure that the private sector gets back into the business of building homes that are affordable for people. We are committing to ending exclusionary zoning. And we also need to make sure that renters have affordable homes. That's why we're advocating for strong rent control. And we really need to clamp down on investor-led speculation so that first-time home buyers can bid for a home and get that home. I'm proud to be standing here today with my colleagues to put forward real practical solutions to make homes affordable for people who call Ontario home. Thank you.